What's up guys, and welcome back to Tech Lab. So it's been a couple of weeks since we've done a video, and that's because we've been having a new studio. We've done a complete revamp of the building, particularly because it's quite slow at the moment in the technology space. And while we were building it, I was actually approached by a company and asked if I would take a look at some of their new fans. Now, I normally wouldn't actually look at things like this because I tend to do videos more on things that interest me, older items, and things that really get intriguing more than anything. But when I saw what they were offering, I thought, why not actually have a look? And particularly for the first video in the new studio, why not do something new? So the fans that the company offered me are actually these. They are the Sahara Gaming Pirate Eye RGB 120mm case fans that are fully modular. As fans go, they're pretty standard, but they do have some unique features. At 120mm, they're perfect for case fans, or because of the actual design of the blades, they're a bit more of a hybrid fan, so you can actually use them on a radiator too. The packaging isn't too keen on the eye, it's just a black box really with a bit of logos around and a picture of obviously the product there and the specifications on the back. The actual set they sent me was a white set, but they do them in black, and they pretty much look like that. So uniquely, there is a RGB frame that goes around the actual fan itself. It's in the shape of an eye, which I think is where they actually get the Pirate Eye branding from. And the internal fan itself is in a clear white plastic, so that also lights up with RGB too. The actual unit itself is quite heavy. It's one of the heaviest fans that I've actually picked up before. I'm not quite sure why that is, but it usually dictates whether it's a decent build quality or not. Now, unfortunately, like many of the fans out there, they do require their own actual controller. And fortunately for me, they sent one across. So the controller they sent is a controller that can be controlled via the actual unit itself, or you get a remote control for it too. Undoing this, again, the packaging is just a black packaging with a picture of the product on it and Sahara Gaming logo in. There's not really much more to say to that. But the controller itself is actually pretty good quality. It comes with a SATA connection for power, which is actually quite good, considering most of the controllers that I use are things like Coolmoon, and they still come with a Molex. And you've actually got the buttons on the front so that you can still control it even if you lose the remote. Now, the fans themselves do come with a proprietary 6-pin, so you have to use this controller particularly, and you can't actually plug it straight to a motherboard. But the controller itself does come with some extra cables, so you can actually connect it to your motherboard and have the motherboard control all the fan speeds as well as colours if you connect it to RGB. The connections they actually provide give you the VDG for some motherboards, and then obviously the standard 3-pin ARGB connection. The remote control is pretty basic. It's just a standard RGB controller with on and off and a selection of colours and modes and settings that you can use. Now, according to the box, it says that there is a 62 colour setting with it, which will probably most likely be all the different colours plus a few of the setups. But like I say, if you connect it to your motherboard, you'll be able to actually control it with software anyway. And they do give you some sticky back plastic Velcro tabs, so you can stick it to the controller and your case, and you can easily remove it in and out and move it around the system. Now, if you have a keen eye, you will have noticed as I was showing you the fan, it doesn't come with any cables, and this is because it's a modular fan. Each fan actually comes with an additional piece that simply clicks onto the bottom of the fan, like that, and slides across. Now that actually gives you then the 6-pin proprietary connection to go into the controller itself. So if we connect one fan up on its own using the actual cable that's provided, up to the hub and turn on our power supply, we can see that everything starts to come to life. The fan system is working and it's at a reasonable speed at the moment, and the RGB system is coming on beautifully with a bit of RGB rainbow. Now, the frame's lighting up fine, the fan's lighting up fine, and the LEDs come from the internal of the fan as well, which actually gives it a nice bright effect. But if we want to add more fans, we can actually do that through the modular system. We don't need to add any more cables. We just simply take a fan, which has got the pins on the bottom, as well as the extra connections on the top of the other one, drop the fan on and connect them together like that, and then the fan comes on automatically. And we can add as many of these as we want to, which actually reserves a lot of the hub for additional fans later on. Now, there are similar systems to this out there on the market, but they are very expensive. This set in particular, which comes with the 3 fans in white with the controller system, set you back about £50 to £60 on somewhere like Amazon, which is not a bad price altogether, because there's a lot of fan systems out there similar with similar quality build that will cost you even more than that. Now, I like this system. I think it's quite fantastic. I'm a bit of a freak when it comes to cable management, so actually reducing the amount of cables down works brilliantly for me. I've produced similar things like this in the past where I've actually connected all the cables together and just had one cable coming off, and then I 3D print brackets to hold them together. This system is going to be perfect for some builds going forward. I'm actually going to have a look to see if I can get some in a black colour, because I prefer to build black builds, but this will actually give me an opportunity to build something in white going forward, and I think I'll take that as well. If you've got a set of these fans, let me know in the comments what you think about them, or if you've got any questions, feel free to drop them in, because I'm going to be keeping this set around for a while. If you like this video, make sure you give us a like so that I know to do more, and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos going forward, and in particular what I do with these. And I'll see you again soon.